lovely people. So, what dose of AI amazingness am I going to share with you on this occasion? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can use a text to image generator. In this case, we're using Adobe Firefly to teach concrete writing because, as we all know, when we're writing creatively, we kind of want to get what's in our head into the head of our readers. That's basically the process. It's no more complicated than I've got this idea of a scene and characters, etc. And I want the reader to experience that. What we can do is we can start to teach concrete writing, which is the essence of good descriptive writing, using text to image. Because if you like, the text to image generator almost becomes like a replication of the brain that we want to generate the image in. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm in Adobe Firefly at the moment, and it's firefly.adobe.com. Free, very safe, super safe. I mean, it's very, very closely guardrailed to the point where it starts to become a bit irritating. But honestly, for classroom use, it's brilliant. So I'm just going to do this. Imagine that you are my student, okay? So are you paying attention? Put that pen down, look this way, I know, yep. Stop passing those notes in class. I need you to focus on me fully. Eyes this way, please. Thank you. So I'm going to put 2 words into Adobe Firefly, okay? And when I put those 2 words in, I want you to think of the first image that comes into your head, okay? And the 2 very exciting words are a dog. That's it, a dog. And I press generate. It's going to say me prompt is too short. Yes, I know. Go with me, Adobe Firefly. Now, hold that image in your head of a dog. Is the image of the dog that's in your head the same as these images which have just been generated by Adobe Firefly? And you look and you think, no. What do you mean no? You mean your dog didn't have some strange kind of backpack on? What's going on there? I'm not really sure. What it's done is it's generated a super generic dog. So the conversation you can start to have with your students is, yes, exactly right. How can we make the image that's in your head replicate as close as possible the image which Adobe Firefly generates? Well, let's just change it and let's maybe just put a black dog. Gets much more specific now. Image of a black dog in your head, make sure it's there, make sure it's there. I need you to promise me you're thinking about a black dog. Let's see whether the image of the black dog, there we go, there's 4 images of black dogs. They might start to be getting closer, okay? How about we then change dog for Labrador? I want you to think of a black Labrador. Let's see whether the black Labrador which is in your head is the same, similar, as the black Labrador. There we go. Honestly, those are very, very fetching black Labradors. Well done, Adobe Firefly. Hard to believe none of those dogs are real. They're all AI generated. Nice background there. Quite enjoying the boats in the background. Lucky dog to be near boats. I'm sure you like swimming in that sea. Okay, how about we say, well, let's step it up a bit. Now I want you to imagine your black Labrador is wearing a red hat. Picture a black Labrador in a red hat. Let's see whether the image that's in your head is here going to be shown. There we go. Well, look at that one. He is very smart. Look at him. And that's very fetching. Little beanie. So you may well have started to, what's going on in the background there? I have no idea. That's random. And that's a little bit of bokeh, very stylish. And he's got it tilted at a jaunty angle. Very nice. So, but you can see where we're coming from here. The more detail you give the sentence, the more likely that what is in your head and what's on the screen are going to be similar. And then let's mix it up a bit on a blue skateboard. Okay, so I want you to think of a black Labrador in a red hat on a blue skateboard. You probably never thought you'd have a webinar where someone would say that to you. So let's see where there. Oh my goodness me. I love him. He's brilliant. He looks like he knows what he's doing as well, doesn't he? He really looks quite handy. That he just can't be bothered. And that one is like some sort of French Monsieur Chien avec le skateboard. Very nice. So you get the idea. Now, okay, so we've done that, and this kids have probably had a bit of a laugh, which is good because you want them to laugh, because we don't laugh enough in our schools. It's all far too serious, in my opinion. Now what we think, well, okay, now we can start to take those ideas and take them into a piece of creative writing. So, for example, let's say you want them to create a children's storybook character, which is kind of modelled on the Gruffalo or the BFG. So they have to create like a paragraph description, very concrete description of this creature, which is kind of a bit BFG-ish or a bit Gruffalo-ish, but they have to use very, very concrete language, concrete adjectives, really lots of detail. Going through that exercise, okay, that word there, can you make it more concrete? Can you make it more visual? And then what they do. So it could be, for example, I don't know, classroom of the future, or it could be an image of a sustainable city, or Christmas time, a room in Santa's toy factory. So those are the sorts of things where they're writing a really nice detailed description. And then what they do is they put it into Adobe Firefly, or rather you put it into, if it's a younger student, because of course, as we know, our under 13 should not be using generative AI unsupervised. So either work alongside them or do it yourself on the whiteboard. And then you put in. So I've got my image here. My image, my detailed prompt, and it's kind of a Gruffalo-ish character. Create a 3D image of an adorable woodland creature with soft mossy skin that resembles tree bark, unlike its gruff relatives. Short leafy branches sprout prayfully from its shoulders. Large warm yellow eyes. Blah blah blah. And I'm usually a bit terrified when I generate images like this because it might give me something quite scary. But I'm trying to say to it, don't be too scary. Let's have a nice kind of friendly looking woodland creature and let's see what it produces. Yeah, some of them are a bit creepy. That one, I quite like him. He's quite cute, actually. But then, of course, what the student can do... Get rid of that, there we go. What's going on there? That one's really weird. I think I prefer him. What we can then do is we can say, okay, so those are the images that were generated, and the students might go, no, that's not what I wanted at all. No, it's rubbish, the AI. No, it's not rubbish. Obviously, you're not going to say you are, because students, that would be rude. But you can have a conversation with him and say, okay, so let's go back to your original prompt. What could we change to bring the image that you have in your head closer to the image? They just go backwards and forwards. It's basically creative writing. So I hope that was useful. Hope you had fun with it, and happy creating.